Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Dirty Talk Vegas. It's your girl Carlucci. You know I'm gonna always keep it Gucci. You can talk to me about your coochie or whatever else you have on your mind. And you know I'm here with my girl.
SC Love, aka Tornado Head, because I'm gonna keep your heads. And we got a special guest in the house. Woo-hoo.
Acadia is joining us on this special episode. We are going to have lots of things that we're going to talk about tonight. But before we get into all of that, you know how we do it. Tonight we're going to Essie talk to the stories unfold
from the young to the old,
and nothing's off limits to be told.
That's right.
Tonight we're actually going to be talking about something that people don't tell, and that's the problem. When they're on that creep mode, we're on that cheat mode, when they're trying to get it in, when they're out in the streets, we're going to be talking about that.
That part, because we don't like nobody creeping on no red light special. We want to know what's going on. Hey, I say keep it fair for everybody. Like, if you're going to decide to be with somebody else and you're in a relationship, be upfront about it. Be like, okay, I'm wanting to do these different things. Are you open to this? Maybe you can do your thing, I do my thing, we come back and do our thing. I don't know, but I just need people to be more upfront about it. It's not fair when one person gets the cake and the other person doesn't. Like, I want a slice too.
I don't even know if I want to slice. I just want to, if we got a cake together, I just want it to be our cake together. What happened to just it being me and you's cake? Why is it got to be me, you, and the neighbor and the lady down the street? It's like, can you just keep your cake to yourself?
That part. But for those that can't, like, okay, the situation not too long ago where my girl's telling me, my coworker was telling me that she'd been with this guy for like 14 years. So like 14 years is a long time. That's a long buildup for somebody to cheat. Like, you've got all this history, you got all of like life with them, like you got kids with them, and you know, they fucked around one time and now you're looking like the whole 14 years. You know, do I really want to jeopardize all these years and all this work that I put in for this one night? Do I want to forgive me? Like, is he trying to be better or whatever? So like, that's my issue. Are we gonna pull a Beyonce? Are we gonna be like, who left their husband, Chloe or whatever, after she found out he was cheating? Like, who we gonna be in the picture? Or what are we gonna do? How we gonna play it? Where Carly should go? What do you think, Arcadia? Is your mic on? I'm sure your mic is lit. Hold on one second.
I'm here. I hear you. Okay, so you know, you said some very good examples, but let's look at these people now. Okay, let's go to Chloe. Now, had he said, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, take me back," and I feel like that's what he did. And what did he go do again? He did it again. That's what they do. This is the problem. It's like, you know, forgetting cheating. I feel like, yes, we're all human. We can make mistakes. You know, we got our emotions and our stuff. But you do it once, shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me.
I feel that. Yeah. That's most definitely. I feel like you need to do counseling if it goes that far. Like, Jay-Z went to counseling afterwards. He addressed a lot of the issues he had, and I thought, okay, at least he's making an attempt to try to do better and not just like, oh, I fucked up, it is what it is. So either he learned to do it better or he just became better. Either or.
Do they really become better though? Because I mean, in a lot of cases, cheating can turn tragic, right? Like, it's not just the physical cheating or your emotional hurt. It's like people start getting all their feelings involved. They start acting irrational, and then things could happen. I'm gonna try to share this story with y'all. Hopefully it doesn't kick me off again. This woman was dating this guy. She was dating him for quite some time, and she knew that he was occasionally stepping out and that, you know, he had another girlfriend or whatever, but he would still mess with her um because um they they would, you know, she would forgive him basically. And long story short, um this is what happened. I don't know if it'll let me do it. Here we go. Oh, it says only the host can share. Ugh,
Oh no.
annoying.
What
I don't
did
know.
you
I don't know. I
do?
had it all set up.
Oh
it's
no.
it's in your messages. I don't know if you can go to it.
Okay.
All right. Well, while she's trying to get that set up, basically what happened in the story was the lady was dating this guy. She had been dating him for a while, and like I said, she knew that he had this other girlfriend. She basically was like, you know what, you keep him. The extra girlfriend was over at the baby daddy's house or whatever. She somehow got into his phone, and she got into the phone. She called the other girlfriend and started talking trash and was like, you know how it goes between us women. One started popping off, the other one started popping off. At the end of the phone call, the lady said, I'm gonna come over there and shoot your ass, you know. And the first lady, she just took it as, oh, it's just fighting words, it's just whatever. A couple minutes later, she hears a van outside. It's her boyfriend's van, so she thinks it's her boyfriend. She gets up and goes to the door, and it's oh girl, and she just starts
Whoa.
blasting on her.
Oh, hell's.
Whoa.
Shoots her 17 times.
Whoa. I could see
And whose fault was it really, though? Why are we always mad at the other woman?
I
that.
Why
mean,
are we always mad at the other woman? That has
that's what it goes to beg the question of like who where does it start, the chicken or the egg?
it starts at the chicken,
It starts with the chicken.
not the head, but the chicken. The chicken's the man. He's laying the egg.
Yeah, you do definitely got to go to the source. I feel like the women at this point need to get together and go to the source and, get into his ass because he's the one that's causing all the drama and having everybody upset. So, I mean, I wish more women would go toward a man and just be like, I mean, if they both would just be like, fuck you, you know, and just
Mm-hmm.
really teach them that neither one's going to accept the bullshit. That would be the best option. But there's always that dumb one that's just like with it, like, oh, I thought you were gonna leave her. And he's like, I am. And then, she's like, okay, again. Like, yeah, right.
That part.
So
I don't know. It's like that's a lot though, because it's like, what do you do? Because you know how they play the games. 1 minute it's like, my mom used to tell me it's the but babies. They be but baby, I love you, but baby, I'm sorry, but baby, you don't understand, but baby, and it's like it's human nature to try to forgive the ones that you care about, you know. And so it's like you forgive, and then things happen, and then it starts all over again. Like, what are you supposed to do?
okay.
So.
So, I mean, can you guys see this on the screen?
Oh, black
Yes.
man.
Okay, so this is the one that was running for governor, Herschel
boy.
Walker.
Oh, this is a different dude. This is a different cheater.
Okay.
There's so many out there, and this is just one of them. And yeah, he had allegations. He had 3 children out of wedlock. So I mean, yeah, it really goes down.
So not only was he cheating, but he was out there cheating unprotected, making babies.
Do they do?
He could have also been spreading around STIs.
That part. That part. Shame on you for even trying to run for senator. If we can't trust you in your own household, we damn sure can't trust you in the household of the law.
Right?
He's out of here. The fuck? Okay, so I don't know. I thought you sent me that video. I just popped it right back up, but let me see what it lets me get into. Oh, the story. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, hold. Okay.
Hold. Everybody hold. It's coming.
Okay. Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay. This is the story she's talking about. Can I unmute it?
Became a living nightmare. She would always come to my house when she knew me and him was together. He was just playing the middleman. He was telling her one thing, telling me one thing, and I just got fed up with it after a while. Me and him had kind of drifted apart. It was Halloween 2020. I had a party to go to at the end of the day. I had a nice, pretty costume. I picked up my best friend and we headed out to the party. I came home and I decided just to chill out on the couch and watch some television. And then I got a phone call from the girl. I answered and it was her in the bed with him. She took his phone that night and seen that me and him were together the day prior. She was very upset. I said, you can have him. He's clearly there with you. Good luck. So I hung up the phone and she called me back. She said, I'll come shoot up your windows. I just wrote it off as fight talk. I started to get ready to go to bed. My boyfriend at the time, he had this old van, has this like loud motor. I hear the motor of his van, so I look out the windows and it was his van, and I see someone in all black come out the car. I just immediately ran outside, and as I'm walking up, I'm realizing it's the girl. I asked her, what was she doing here? She pulls out the gun, and I just froze. I just knew she was going to kill me at that moment. She immediately just started shooting. The first 3 shots, she hit my stomach. It just felt like the wind got knocked out of my body. It felt like I was in a room of fire. I was face down on the ground, and she still continued to shoot me in my back and in my legs. And I'm just screaming for help. My neighbor on the top floor.
Okay, so we're looking at him. I mean, he looks like a fucking player. Right? He has player written all over him. Like, some women need to like evaluate these men a little better because he just looks like he's got that player in him. And then I don't know, there's just certain things you gotta look for. The beady eyes.
What do you think? What do you think are the things you got to look for? What do you got to look for?
Beady eyes. That's the beady eyes ones. That's the ones with the eyes real low. They're always a problem. If they got big red eyes like Miwa, they're a little safer to deal with, okay?
Okay, and then Acadia, what do you think are the top ways to spot a player?
I mean, he looks like my ex, and he looks like a player. What'd you say? The player ones are the suave ones. The super suave ones. They're the players every fucking time. They're the ones that'll cook you up a good meal, give you some wine. I'm just kidding. As I sit over here and drink. No, but for real, you just have to watch for certain behaviors. I feel like, they kind of tell on themselves.
Okay. All right. Well, on our friend the Google that it says you can spot a player by seeing that he's only interested in physical contact with you right away.
Boom.
That's the center of his goal area, and then like the bullet points are. You had it right with the eyes, that his eyes will always be on the move. Okay. So if you're with a guy and he's always looking around, he's always searching the room, his attention's not on you, he might be a player. 2, one day he'll be all over you, smothering you, and then the next day he'll be gone. He'll be a ghost. Where you at though?
Looking for the next pussy to get into. That's where he be at.
Player. That you might be a player.
Player.
3, if he tries to sweet talk you into bed, if he tries to, but you're the only one, and just come on, girl. He might be a player.
Look, the minute they say you're the only one, that means you're the one in the millions of
for tonight
that he has. Like, if he feels the need to say you're the only one, you're definitely not the only one. Let's see.
If he's overly friendly with other ladies, that's a telltale sign that he might be a player.
Got that.
If he's very flirtatious with your own girlfriends.
Wow.
Yeah, that one.
He might get the fuck out of here.
And last but not least, if the motherfucker's always late.
Quite late though.
Where was you at before you came over here, though?
That part.
You
Or
gotta
if
start
you can never pick up the phone, let's keep it real.
right.
That one.
That's a tall.
Or if they take 5 hours to reply back to text.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about I was busy.
What were you doing that you couldn't reply back? Okay.
Knowing they done looked at their phone. They say the amount of times people look at their phone, like look that up real quick for me because you're quicker with it, Carlucci.
Yeah, I got you.
There's an amount of times that people look at their phones every day. Like it's a given fact. Like I remember this one guy tried to tell me, like, I had texted him in the morning and then he didn't respond to, like, I don't know, like nighttime, and he said he didn't see the message. And I'm thinking, so you gonna sit here and try to tell me you didn't look at your phone not one time? Like, come on. Like, who falls for this dumb shit? Like,
we do.
Men,
we all have.
We don't. Now, not the smart ones. You got the dumb ones.
Just me.
For this shit. I don't fall for that shit. I'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Are you ready for this? This is crazy. Yeah, on average, Americans check their phone 344 times a day. That's once every 4 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah, 344.
So let's give you the benefit of the doubt. You're the one in the million. You didn't look at your phone like every other fucking American in the fucking here. Okay. Let's just say you waited 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, like, I be having whole days where, like, I'm just like, fuck the phone. I literally I won't care if it's charged. I won't look for it. I don't give a fuck about it.
See, that's your fucking problem. That's why I can't ever get a hold of your ass, motherfucker. Telling on your fucking self.
Like on Sunday, I did a no cell phone Sunday. It was the best. It was the best. I literally just chilled. I hung out. There was no cheaters around. I wasn't trying to look on Facebook to see what he was doing. Like, you know what I mean? There wasn't none of that. I wasn't playing detective for half of the day. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't like fighting people about my civil rights and trying to educate. Like, I wasn't doing any of that. It was like just peace and calm. You know, I cleaned up the house. I did some laundry. I fucking saged myself. Like, you know, I played with my tarot cards. It was like I did a whole ass thing, and it was like I just didn't fuck with the cell phone for the whole day on Sunday. I woke up and it was dead, and I was like, "Fuck that! I don't even care about it."
Because I was trying to get a hold of your ass, so that makes sense for sure.
But most people don't do that. And low key, if you're like dating somebody, I don't think you would do that.
No.
So.
Oh, she's not responding. This must be her no phone day zone. It's all good. I know now. But yeah, that's actually a good thing. I wouldn't mind trying to adopt that, because I think that would be very hard for me not to look at my phone, because I mean, I look at my phone. The only time I don't look at my phone is when I'm asleep. I do doze off here and there, but that's the only time I'm not looking at my phone is when I'm asleep. And then the minute I wake up, I look at my phone. So I'm guilty of always looking at the phone for sure. I'm one of those.
Well, you're not the only one. 64% of people use their phone while they're on the toilet.
Oh,
yep, nasty.
Not on the toilet.
I mean,
61% of people have texted somebody that's in the same room as them.
Okay.
Wow.
That's useful when you're like trying to talk shit. When you're like, can you believe this fucking bitch? You don't want to say that out loud, but you want to say it. So like, you know, I text Essie. I'm like, she has on fringes.
Can you tell her about herself? Yeah, that part. I did that one time to get a man's attention who I was in the room with them, and he was like on the phone more than he was paying attention to me. And I was thinking, why the fuck am I here if you're going to be on the phone? So I text him like, are you going to be on your phone the whole time?
Oh,
what are you doing? And it was so funny because he was like sitting there, and then it was just like, he was just like,
he's checking on his other dates. That's what they're doing when they're on the phone with you.
Well, that's so funny because 43% of people use or look at their phone while on a date. And I think that's like a super high amount, because I think that's like so rude. That's like one of the things, like if we go on a date and then the whole time, like you're looking at your phone, you're not looking at me, you're not looking at these tetas, then like I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want full attention right here.
Yeah.
Or here. Or anywhere or in this region.
Yeah, because there's men out there that do that. So I mean, when you have somebody that doesn't do that, it's hard to deal with a man who's not giving you their full attention when you've had that before too.
Right.
So it's definitely important. Men,
well, that's
attention.
actually what we're going to talk to Acadia about today, right? That's what we're going to talk to her about.
What are we talking to you about?
We're going to talk to her about a man not giving you their full attention, and like, what's it like when they step out on you? What's it like? I mean, I think we've all been there before. But specifically when they do it in a spectacular fashion. Like, there's one level to the game where it's like, you know, you were just with your dude and he got bored and he got another bitch. Okay, boohoo, whatever. Like, that happens all over America. But then there's another level to the shit with what happened to Acadia, where it's like they're just playa, just out here playing games, like, damn, make your head spin type of games.
Well, like a narcissist?
I don't know. I'm gonna let her tell it. You tell me.
Kind of, sort of.
Now,
I'll be honest. I've been on all sides of this coin, and I've had to learn, and I you know, not proud to say. So I understand the psychology behind why people do cheat. But with that said, if you've been on that side, you should understand the weight of pain, even if you didn't want to be with that person, that causes you and the other person. And at the end of the day, it's like, oh, is that 15 seconds? I mean, 2 minutes of pleasure.
Oh, Lord. 15
seconds. 15
like
seconds.
Done, son.
They have pills for that.
Saying.
No, Essie would like that. It was probably Essie he cheated with.
It was 3 pumps and done, son. That was definitely me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
No, it's not. Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a grown ass woman. I'm in my mid years of life, and you would like to think that at this point, with all the bullshit in the world and how hard it is to find a good person, that's what everybody says, right? Even the married people. Oh, it's so hard to find. Why are you single? Well, this is why. Because motherfuckers can't keep it. Essie, you are so right. I feel like if you want to have an open relationship, have that. If you want to have a poly relationship, have that. If you want to have a monogamous relationship, have that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fair about it.
But what you two agree to, that's your contract. And if you break that contract, your boundary, if you break those boundaries, that's cheating. I don't. Okay, we can with other people, but you can't put your finger in someone else's butthole. If you do it, you just cheated on me, and it's a betrayal. So, you know,
it's levels to it.
Not the notorious finger in the butthole.
I mean, you know, the butthole's a sacred place. So,
Lord,
I say that.
You know, Carlucci likes it in the butthole.
She does not like it in the butthole. She likes it to go out, not in.
Different strokes, as they say.
The problem is I just know too much as well. So the problem is, you know, I'm dating someone, everything's going really good. They're so happy to be with me, and I'm happy to be with them. And, you know, the first hiccup of let's communicate, because, you know, we're not seeing eye to eye. What does this mofo do? He turns around, gets drunk, and decides to go fuck another person. I didn't ask if it was a boy or girl, so we're gonna say person. I don't like to discriminate.
So
okay, so insult to injury. You know, when I date someone, I like to set the boundaries ahead of time. So this is a full conversation. Can you work with this? Can you not? How are we going to make this? You know, everybody agrees. And my thing is, because I have been through this before, is if you are going to cheat on me, for the love of God, please use protection. I almost, because honestly, I'm never going to tell them, well, I can forgive you, because I can forgive that. I understand we get scared for whatever reasons. We're human. Whatever happens, I can forgive it once, because hopefully afterwards you really feel bad. You'll appreciate what you have, whatever. But you do it and you put me at risk and don't tell me. Yeah, it's like so unacceptable. It's so
and you just setting your person up for failure, because you know our bodies cannot handle you fucking around and spreading that shit around. Like, that shit will really fuck us up. And I think men are just like blindsided to that factor of it. Like,
well, they're with women, so it's women too.
what do you
Isn't
mean?
that sad? They're both doing it. I mean, this is
But not all
this is a
women
woman who's just sitting
know.
in a bar, a good looking guy, and wants to have unprotected sex with him. I mean, what are you thinking?
Yeah, but not all women know that the man has a woman at home. So, I mean, yeah, what are you doing having unprotected sex? But I mean, that's an adult choice. I mean, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I don't want to know that. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. But if you got a woman, like that means you could have just had sex with her and then you come have sex with me. Like that's a problem. Like maybe you didn't even wash your dick
Mm-hmm.
yet. I mean, I guess that could be in any circumstances, but it just more so I know if you have a woman, like, dude, I'm not trying to kiss you. You fucking ate her pussy before you came. Like, dude, no.
It's
That's
so
my
true. My ex used to, I knew every time he was cheating on me in hindsight because I would get a bacteria, vaginosis, and I keep my flower pristine.
right.
But every single time, and then I finally one day read that it for women, that's one thing that's really common, and it's because like women's pH has a real hard time. You have to kind of get used to a person. So now you're throwing another woman in particular in the mix,
Yeah.
that it throws you off.
Yeah.
And here I am going back and forth getting these antibiotics, and we're wondering why people are antibiotic resistant. They have MRSA and all these other problems. Plus, that fucks us up. Like, how psychological and physiological is that?
Right.
So
True.
much pain instead of just being straight up. You want to be single?
True.
Go be single. Seriously.
Facts.
So what was it? What was it? What was the game that this person played with you in order to like facilitate their cheating?
So because we had a little hiccup, it wasn't even a big fight. We had a hiccup.
Oh,
I
God.
took some space, and maybe I should have communicated a little bit clearly, but I took some space. I wasn't like, didn't ghost or anything. I just said, I'm busy. We're going to talk about this. I need to mull some stuff over. So next thing I know, I try to call him in the middle of the night. He doesn't answer, which is so out of context. Calling. Because at this point, no. Okay, you just said it. People check their phone 3 billion times a day. So I'm like,
Right.
Next morning, I said, send him a text saying, I already know what's up. Because this is the other thing, ladies. You do know what's going on. I don't need to ask. Anytime anyone's done something to me, I felt it. I knew it. I didn't have to be paranoid. It just, that is part of your intuition. Next, I didn't see my phone. It was on vibrate, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let
Especially if
him
you're
come
a
tell the
confident
story.
woman.
Oh, I got drunk, went to the bar,
Right.
and I just get sex, and it's just like, really. And so my second question was, did you use protection? No.
Get straight to the point. Fuck it.
Did they
Shit.
use protection?
No.
Yeah. But he
Wow.
didn't do that shit.
Wow.
No.
He didn't
Well,
have
you're not the only one affected by this. It says that a little over 40%, 46% of the respondents in a recent survey of 441 people reported that they were in a monogamous relationship and said that they had affairs. So 46%, that's like a little less than half. So that means basically half of y'all out there saying you're with your one and only, but you're out there, doing whatever it is that you do. And it says 24% of marriages were affected by infidelity, but they stayed together. So out of
the kids.
that percent, there was 24% who decided to stand by their man or stand by their woman, whichever one it was. Let's see. It says 47.5% of relationships affected by cheating said that they established and enforced new relationship rules, such as sharing phone passwords to minimize the likelihood of more affairs. Do you think that would work? Like in this case, like
yeah,
they just go out and get another phone.
This is the thing.
They're not stupid.
This is true, but we're in a world of temptation.
Another phone in their drawer. Like they just get more creative.
I just think that transparency it's not just, let's say that's what I decided to do if I went forward with this guy. It's not just about me, it's about giving him accountability too, and vice versa. Okay, like I said, I've cheated in the past before I understood like the repercussions, and I still to this day feel like, okay, our situation is we're far apart, so it's a little bit more higher likelihood, right? Actually, it's not. It said that it's people don't cheat more long distance than closer. Which I was the opposite, but no, it's just I don't want to put myself in situations where I could have temptation, because yes, we are human with our urges and our, oh, I like the attention, and oh, he's so hot, but at the end of the day, 5 months of a happiness with somebody who knows you inside and out,
man,
even if we get back to, even if we had gotten, or I don't know what's going to happen if we get back together, how am I ever going to feel like I can trust this person fully? So how could you really love someone like that?
Right.
It's hard.
That's the hard part. It's like, how can I connect to you and you're like all over the place?
Well, I can't trust you. If you put a condom on, like I said, I can forgive cheating. But now what you're saying to me is I can't trust you with my life, my health, my boundary. In one instance, in one really minor instance, meant nothing to you.
Right.
That's jacked up. I'm just saying. But we're all human. So what you gonna do?
I mean, I guess it is what it is, as they say. Trust is the one human relationship that it takes a lot of time to build, and it's destroyed in an instant. So, you know, I guess on a leaving note, I just tell everybody out there that whether you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, at the end of the day, all human interactions come down to trust. And I hope that you take away from this conversation that you want to be safe for somebody. So I don't know. Hopefully somebody can trust you. Who are you gonna let trust you today? All right.
Can you trust yourself? Can you trust yourself? If you can't, don't be in a relationship.
That part.
And to just keep it open, like let a person know, like, hey, like give them the heads up, like I'm not feeling this, like can we spice up our relationship? Like what is it that is missing that you feel like you need to go get elsewhere? Like at least try to work on that with that person before you just step out. Like, and then if that, like, do we give us the option? Like, do we want to step out too? Like, we might want to fuck somebody else too. We might be tired of fucking you too.
Oh, you know we are, but you know what? Men's egos cannot handle that, because I have tried that too. They say it all day. A woman,
oh yeah, they get mad about that shit. But hey,
a man cannot handle that.
You're gonna have to handle it because two need to play the game. It can't take one person playing the game. It's ping pong. You need two people. Shit.
Right.
That part.
Right. That part.
Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight, Acadia.
Yes, thank you.
And for keeping it real, and for talking about, you know, your hurts and how you got through it, and you know what it made you feel like when somebody stepped out on you. Thank you for sharing your story.
We appreciate it. Takes the bold to give us a story.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome.
We appreciate that. So as we get out of here, I want to make sure that I give it up again to my Scorpios. I told you guys that I would do something for you every week. And this week I'm reading from Madame Clairvoyant Claire Comstock Gay. And it's for the week of, what is this week? November 14th.
Yeah.
And so, goodness gracious, it is a Scorpio season. And Scorpio, you have a big challenge this week, and it's to practice opening up to others. Not everyone, of course, but the world is filled with good and bad actors. You need to start trying to figure out who's your good actors and who are your bad actors. But also, it's filled with people who are kind and genuine and cool, and they can make your days infinitely sweeter if you are brave enough to let them in. So Scorpios, try to let some people in, all right? Life is lonely as it is. You deserve intimacy and support, and the only way to get it is to go out on a limb and to trust people. That was our overarching theme today, was trust. So Scorpios, you guys got to put that trust out there. This is never entirely risk-free, of course. Occasionally you'll be hurt and you'll get let down, but even then it's worth opening up. So Scorpio, open up a little bit this week. Open up that heart chakra, breathe in the good, exhale the bad, let go of the bullshit. All right?
And
And
dance.
that's what
Don't
it
forget
is.
to party. So right now we're playing a little bit of co-host that. We had him on our show before. So
That's right.
make
What's up, big
sure
homie?
you guys, make sure you guys go and check out his new release called Rated X. I Can't Fuck With You. As you see, it is the jam. We appreciate you guys all coming to the show and jamming out with us, basically.
You know what it is. Until next time, safe sex and mwah. Love y'all. Tuning into Dirty Talk, baby.
Yes.